Today, as we all know, that in India, rather in the entire world, this COVID-19 or coronavirus disease everywhere, and it's a very, very dangerous virus which is taking thousands and thousands of lives. No medical treatment as such which can save the lives. There are no vaccines till now, although the medical fraternity is doing their best so that lives can be saved. Today, we have someone who is very much closely associated with this, Dr. Deven, Professor of Head and Neck Surgery, AJ Hospital. I would like to welcome Dr. Deven on this program, which is specially brought to you by News Karnataka, V4 News, Global TV, and Organ Donation India Foundation. Welcome, Dr. Deven, on this program.
Thank you, Mr. Lal. I'm so glad to have been recruited for this wonderful online interview.
How you think this coronavirus can be controlled?
Be very clear in my thoughts. Number one, this virus, if you look at in the past 100 years, there has never been anything like this ever. Now, this virus has an incredible infectivity, which means that it will very quickly spread from person to person. And in that regard, when we knew that it was exploding in China, we should have immediately realized it and completely shut a country down. Why? Because as of now, since there is no cure, we know what does the virus do? It jumps from one to the other to replicate itself. So in that regard, the only way to arrest its progress is to realize its life cycle. It has around a 21-day cycle, which means it will take about 10 days to incubate in a person and about 7 days to manifest, and beyond that it will start spreading. So having realized that, we should instantly have shut the country down more than 21 days. That will prevent its spread, and had we done that, we would not be in the miserable situation in which we are now. The second thing is, when we knew it was coming in from China, we should have completely sealed our borders, and only those who did not have the antibody, not just a swab or a temperature. That's a very pathetic way of looking at things. If they did not have the antibody, which means they have been infected and developed an immune reaction, only those, and that too after 14 days quarantine, should they have been left into the country.
According to you, we should have done this lockdown earlier, not from 25th of March, which we have done.
Not definitely, as you say, sir. We should have, the moment we missed it, that it was happening, we should have locked it down.
In India, we came to know about on I think 31st of January when 3 cases were found in Kerala.
Absolutely. So at that time itself, when we were in the nascent period, we should have shut the country down.
Okay.
How much of money we could have saved, how much of misery and suffering and death we could have avoided.
What do you mean by that shutdown? Is it different from the lockdown, and is there any difference between shutdown and lockdown?
Shut down means completely shut it down. Not a single human. We should understand the dynamics of the virus. And that means the virus requires another human after 70 to 21 days to jump to the other human.
Mm-hmm.
We should completely shut down the country. Not a single individual should be seen outside. And even in the house, a 6 feet gap of social distancing, even inside the house, we should maintain. Once we do that, we could have, and all shops, and the government should have initiated a home delivery. One person will deliver to all homes what is required, essential products.
You mean to say that all the essentials like milk, vegetable, grocery, medicines, everything to be delivered at the doorstep of everybody?
Absolutely. No way. Why? Because even when we allow, you see, even though we talk about 6 feet, now it is understood to be 21 feet. We cannot maintain that in any way, in any shop. So it is pointless to allow anybody to go and buy. The virus will wait for its chance and jump to the other. Even a cough is not required. Even a talking is enough. And no mask other than the N95 protects. So in the absence of all that, we should have completely shut the country down for 21 days.
How you think that if the country will be completely shut down, what will be the position? Because you might have seen on the television how the migrants workers were running from one state to other, their home states, and how many people were means because of this lockdown also. If we will do the complete shutdown, do you think it is practical, or anywhere in the world it was done earlier?
So we must appreciate the Kerala model, where the Kerala Chief Minister, much before anybody else thought about it, he shut the state down. Today, we have the least incidence of replication as well as death. That is the way forward. And he built multiple home kitchens, community kitchens, and he made a delivery system. Anybody who is not able to go for the community kitchen, he gave a phone number. The food will be delivered to the house. Now look at the amount of financial deficit and difficulty people will go through. We could have avoided all that by just shutting it down. All the migrant laborers, just shut them down, let them have a food from a community kitchen and deliver to them what is required. Earmark about 100 crores. We could have easily come out of this, which we lost that chance.
The experts are saying that India has curtailed its severity in a very big way. Do you agree with that?
So the thing is, now, the virus is a very clever guy. It is sort of waiting and watching like a spy for this shutdown to be opened up on the 15th of April. I hope the government has the good sense, as I wrote earlier in my blog, to completely retain the shutdown till not a single positive case is there. A single positive case can infect hundreds of people. That is how powerful it is. So we must maintain the shutdown till the country is zero positive. That is a wise move.
So according to you, our shutdown or lockdown will be continue for another 80-90 days?
No, we should, now that it seems to be coming under control, even though there are still positive cases coming up, we should maintain this absolute shutdown till zero positive case. Even one case, if it is positive and we let him loose into the public, he will infect hundreds more.
Only the hot spots are going to be the complete shutdown. What do you think about that?
Sir, I will absolutely disagree, because Trump wanted to open up America by Easter. People advised him not to do. If we identify only hotspots, what do we mean by hotspots? There are n number of people who are carriers. The virus is in the body for not 14 days. It is in the body, even though they may be asymptomatic, for 51 days. We will open up the country and the infection will simply explode. Our decision should be, there should be not a single positive case in the country. That is not difficult to do. It will take hardly a few extra days, not 100 days as China imposed, but a few days more. How long is the infectivity? How long is the incubation period? It's about 14 days. Wait for that period of time. If it is within 14 days if somebody is infected, it will start manifesting. So therefore, in 14 days, if there are no positive cases, it means we are virus free. And then ensure no others like the incident that happened. Nobody from outside the country should come in unless he is antibody negative.
All international flights should not be allowed till even if one patient is there positive in India.
Definitely, yes.
What is the guarantee that even after, if everything is clear in India, and once we open the international border, the international flights, that it will not come again?
No, we should have we should have a very clear screening process. You look at that tiny town in Spain where they absolutely shut their borders. Nobody is allowed inside. They are zero negative, absolutely zero. So even if an international, they should be made very clear. If they want to come in, when we went outside India, we need to have a vaccination certificate. So like that, if they want to come into India, they should have a zero negative antibody test that shows that they do not have the infection.
Okay.
Only such persons should be allowed in.
If we take an oath or we take a pledge that we will keep ourselves inside, indoors, we will not go out, we'll keep the social distances, and we will abide by the laws and the rules and whatsoever the guidance government is giving time to time, then only the chances are that we can kill this virus and remove it entirely from India. Thanks a lot, Dr. Deven, to talking to this special program which was brought to everyone today. Thank you very much.
Mr. Goel, it's been an honor and a pleasure to talk with an individual of such high caliber and knowledge. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Alan.